testing. Whenever developer develops the code, right? So next, tester need to validate the code using some test cases. For that, they can use some plugins or some tools, right? Some tools. This can be automated with DevOps. Also, some other area, not only testing, tester-related things, entire framework, right? Not only testing, entire framework, right? We need to provide some checkpoints, right? Each stage, some planning to end user. Planning nothing but yesterday we discussed it, right? Like some client and some Ola client and company, right? Whenever you are taking requirements from company to, so your client to company, some Wipro or Infosys, some discuss it, right? Wipro, right? Okay. So planning stage to end user. All the stages need to define some checkpoints, user, right? Some checkpoints. You can observe this picture. These are the different stages. So planning stage, build, code, right? Merge and release, deploy, operate. Entire stages. Entire stages. Right? We need to set up different policies, different rules. This strategy we can call it as DevSecOps. DevSecOps. Just observe the DevSecOps. Previously, people are doing only DevOps. So, example, let us take simple picture. Developers are doing some build, some developing the code, and after that build, they'll try to deploy in the code in the some environments, right? DevOps. Once it is done, once they're ready to release the code, they'll try with different checks, right? They'll try with different checks. But instead of that, whenever you are implementing the initial stage, from initial stage to end stage, we'll try to adopt some DevSecOps strategies. DevSecOps strategy, so that we can eliminate the errors from initial stage as well, right? Not only from end stage, just try to eliminate the errors at the initial stage as well. From planning stage itself. Suppose if you are going to implement some idea, let us take some example. If you are going to implement some idea, we can validate those ideas as well, whether is it feasible to implement that idea or not. We need to validate, right? Planning stage itself. So these type of process we can say DevSecOps. So here we can align whatever solutions you are implementing. We'll try to involve security team here. We'll try to involve security team for all the solutions, whatever you are doing in your framework, right? We'll try to involve for the security team. So what type of checkpoints we need to provide? These are the strategies. These are the strategies. Plan and develop. Plan and develop. So even whenever you are doing developing the code in your local desktop, right? Local desktop. Local desktop. So let us say this is the desktop. You are a developer. You are using some IDE like Visual Studio Code or Eclipse or some this type of plugin, right? This type of plugin you are using, right? Let us say this type of plugin currently you are using. Whenever you are developing code, here itself you can avoid some errors as well, right? Here itself you can avoid some errors, right? So these are the some rules, right? Threat modeling, IDE security plugins, nothing but this one. X-ray, different plugins we discussed, right? X-ray. Okay. This type of plugins we can set up, right? Or SonarLint. SonarLint. Okay. SonarLint. This type of plugins we can set up. So we are saying that developers will develop the code at IDE level, right? Their own desktop developer. Here itself, we can provide some strategies. Next step, whenever they completed, developers completed a code, right, they will try to push it to the some version control, right? Here itself, we can provide some policies. Currently, we are discussing about DevSecOps strategies. High level overview, we are saying, right? Version control, some branch policies and branching strategy. Let us observe. Let us observe one more picture here. Example. Some Ola, right? Ola cabs. Okay. So we need to develop this code. This is the master code. Let us say this is the master code. Let us say 1, 2, 3. Currently, we have master code called 1, 2, 3. This is the master code. So we need to developers need to work some feature. They need to develop some features. Let us say these 3 features. These 3 features 4, 5, 6. Let us say these 3 features are 4, 5, 6. Right? Let us say some developers are starting working. First developer working on 4th feature. Second developer working on 5th feature. Right? Okay. 4, 5, 6. Right? So whenever they started working, right, they need to validate their own code, individual component testing. Also, they need to integrate their entire code and they need to club it here. Right? Once they completed their code, they'll try to push it here, right? They'll try to push it here. Right? In this scenario, we need to avoid, is there any errors at developer side? We need to avoid, right? So that we can increase the code quality. For this, we need to set up some strategies. Branching strategy, we can discuss these chapters in coming classes. Let us understand some DevSecOps strategies. Branching strategy, okay. Branching strategy, also branch policies, okay. Branch policies, right? These are the things we need to set up. After that, also we need to scan. Is there any sensitive information in the version control? Developers should not store their own credentials or username password, right? They should not store in the code. So we need to identify those things as well. We can scan that as well. So we can use some tools. We can identify that credentials as well. We need to avoid that, right? Those things also we can integrate, right? After that, we need to build the, right? We need to build the code, right? So here we need to find out the errors. Here we need to find out the errors. We can say code review, automatic code review, static code analysis. Analysis. Right? By using static code analysis, we can get automatic review, static code analysis. Right? This is also one of the strategies. Right? So whatever issues are there, we'll try to collect these issues using static code analysis. Once it is done, we'll try to store our package. Once you completed build, right, it will try to create some exe package. You are saying that, so it will try to create some package, right? Package. Here also, we need to look into some security aspect. Like we should not include, developers should not include either any any security issues or vulnerabilities in this package. So here also we need to scan our packages, right? Here also we need to scan our packages, right? Scan packages. scan security issues, you can say, right? Security issues or vulnerabilities. Right? One more important thing, whenever developers are developing some code, right, they need some dependencies, we are saying. Most of the dependencies, they will try to get it from internet. At that time, we need to avoid security issues as well. Dependency. So we can say dependency. Dependency issues or security issues. So each stage, if you observe here, each stage we are setting some policies or some rules. So if it is passed, then only it will move to the next stage. Like that, we are trying to set up some policies or strategies, right? Okay, dependencies. So how to implement, we can discuss entire course, right? How to implement this strategy, we can discuss entire course. Okay, once it is done, we need to deploy our code into our environments, right? Let us say release or deploy, different environments, right? So here we can take different components in our environments. We are saying that we are maintaining different environments, right? Dev, QA, UAT, prod, different environments, right? Dev, let me mention. Right? Different environments. Each environment, we can use different components. So you can deploy your code package into some servers. Previously, we discussed, right? Physical servers, cloud servers, different components we observed, right? You can host your code into the virtual machine or servers, VMs, virtual machines, web apps, right? Web apps, Docker, Kubernetes, right? In these components, we can host your code. Currently, we are targeting only security issues, right? DevSecOps, we are saying. Currently, we are targeting DevSecOps, right? DevSecOps, okay? SecOps strategies. So we need to understand the security possibility issues in this area. For that, we can try to identify some agents, right? If it is server, we can install some tenable agent. Let us say some sample agents. Multiple companies are there. Tenable.io. Many companies are there. This is the one type of agent. So we'll try to implement this in a solution set virtual machines level, so that we can scan or any issues in this level, right? It will observe. Also, suppose if you are using some Docker and Kubernetes content related applications, right? We can use some other tools. Aqua Security, right? Containers. Aqua Security, this is one type of tool, and also Twistlog, right? Twistlog. Twistlog merged with Palo Alto actually, right? So these type of tools. So by using this type of tools, if there are any security issues, it will try to detect here by using these tools, right? This is the one strategy. So next strategy, we need to identify all the issues one dashboard. We can call it as feedback, right? We can identify all the issues in one dashboard. Whatever issues are there, right? We need to document, it will try to publish in one dashboard, right? So that it will be clear for us. Is there any issues at different stages, right? Currently, we have different stages. Each stage we are using different tools, right? So that it will be easy for us, right? This way, we can try to implement DevOps strategies, SecOps strategies. These are the different strategies. Currently, here they mentioned some tools, right? Each stage we discuss it, right? Threat modeling, pre-commit hooks. Whenever you are pushing code, right, you can use this peer review, right? Different strategies. We'll try to discuss our entire course. These chapters, we will try to discuss our entire course. Right?